So in this assignment, we're going to learn how to use limited data to make decisions. So obviously when it comes to data, the more data you can have, the better. However, in the real world, sometimes you have to make decisions with a limited amount of data. Sometimes this is due to time constraints, you just don't have enough time, or to a heavy workload, you have to focus on other things. But at the end of the day, sometimes you still have to just make a decision with a limited amount of data. So what you're going to be doing in this assignment is you will be given 3 scenarios, but just pick one. I can't stress that enough. You're only going to pick one, so you don't have to do all 3. Before we get into the scenarios, this is what you should think about as you go through these. So the key to this is going to be first that you always have to examine the data even if it's limited. Make a decision based off the data. Make sure you're using good reasoning. You don't want to just say, oh, I like this one because I like the color of it. No, use good reasoning based off of the data. And then finally, ask good questions. The key to being a good data scientist, good data analysis, is that you always have to be asking good questions and the right questions. So one more thing before we dive into the assignment is these 3 things to consider. And no matter which scenario you pick, think about these 3 things with the scenario that you pick. So the first one is, what are you comparing or trying to accomplish? So if you're comparing 2 scenarios and you have to pick one, think about what you're comparing, and then also think about what you are trying to accomplish in the end goal. Second thing is, are you given a lot of data, a little data, or do you need to go compile more yourself? Because there's one scenario where you have to actually compile the data yourself. And the last one is, what would you want to know more about before making a decision? Because again, we're talking about limited data here. So what are some questions you might have, that you'd want to know more about before you pull the trigger and make the final decision? So let's get into the specific scenarios now. And one last reminder, you only have to pick one scenario for the assignment. Don't do the extra work you don't need to. So the first scenario, we're talking to Amazon here. So let's look at this one. So let's say Amazon is looking to acquire a small company, but at this point, their maximum budget available is only $1.4 billion for this project. So they've narrowed it down to their final 2 choices, and these are the companies below. You're the CEO, so you make the final call based off these numbers. So the 2 companies are Unisec and Lofty. They're both in the e-commerce field, so they're e-commerce companies. Unisec is acquisition price. They're looking for $1 billion. Lofty is looking for $1.3 billion. And remember, you have the budget of 1.4, so they both fit under that. Unisec is currently profiting $10 million per year, and Lofty is profiting $2 million per year. And then their projected profit by 2030 is Unisec is projecting $200 million by 2030, and Lofty is $230 million. So for this scenario, if you pick this one, these are the 3 things you're going to answer. So you're going to answer first, which company would you choose to acquire? So that's an easy point right there. Which one of the 2 are you picking? Second one is you're going to list 3 reasons why you chose this company. And then the third part is that you're going to list 3 things that you would want to know before making the final decision. So again, those are the 3 questions that you need to answer for this scenario if you pick this one. Let's go to scenario 2. This one we're looking at football. We're talking the Buffalo Bills. So let's say the Buffalo Bills are looking to sign a new running back for a 1-year contract. It's for a backup position, so they do not plan on spending a lot of money on it, and they've narrowed it down to the 2 final choices. So you're the general manager of the Bills, and you make the final call based off this information. So you got James Patterson and Alex Johnson. Both want $1 million per year contract. So the price for each would be the same. And now let's compare their stats. So yards last season, James Patterson, 878 to 344. Games last season, 15 for Patterson, 14 for Johnson. So similar there. Patterson, 6 touchdowns to 3 for Johnson. Total carries last season, Patterson with 209 and Johnson with only 56. And then yards per carry, 4.2 for Patterson and 6.3 for Johnson. So if you pick this scenario, you're going to answer these questions. So first one, which player would you choose to sign? Easy points right there. Second one is you're going to list 3 reasons why you chose this player. And then the third one is you're going to list 3 things you would want to know more before going forward with the final contract. So those are the 3 questions you need to answer if you pick that scenario. Let's move on to the final scenario, scenario 3. This one's a little bit different, and this is the school dance scenario. So it's a little bit different. So let's say that you have been chosen to run the school dance and you want to generate as much profit as possible for the school so you can throw a second dance with the profits. Your initial budget is $500, but you don't have to use all the $500. You need to make at least $1,000 to have a second chance, but that's counting the $500. So you need to come up with a survey to give students at the school and take the data to help plan for the dance. So if I didn't explain that very straightforward, this part might help better. So if you pick this scenario for the assignment, you're going to think about, where do you even start? Sometimes this is the most difficult part. What things do you want to know from the students to help guide you on your decisions for the dance? Come up with a survey to poll the student body and then write a paragraph explaining why you chose the questions you did for the survey and how the survey would guide your coordination of the dance. So again, you're using this survey. You won't actually have to send out a real survey, but if you did, you're trying to get good data from this survey to guide your decisions so you could potentially hold a second dance. And that's going to be a wrap. Those are the 3 scenarios. Pick one. Remember, only pick one. Good luck on the assignment, and email me if you have any questions.